All right, guys. Welcome in with Sushi's World. Wednesday night battle of the best scrimmage. Sushi's World is back at it again, hosting on Wednesdays. So if y'all want to join in on these Wednesday scrimmages, head over to their server. All right, and the Discord for y'all is pinned into the chat for you guys. So if y'all want to get over and get your teams signed up. All right, match number one. We're here in Erangel. We've got a Zarky shooting range, kind of that northern Georgia pool area, all the way down towards the military base. Great places along this flight path. You've got Georgia pool right off the bat. Right down below the flight path, you have Pachinki School and Razuk. Those three very well could be easy hotspots, but are very well close to this flight path. So we might see teams jump right on out there. Might see a couple teams jump down, grab a vehicle, and head out to Yasnaya Polyana. And it looks like it's going to be almost a 50-50 split of teams going on either side of our flight path. And our first zone is going to be kind of the very eastern side with Milta Power, Shelter, Prison, and Farm all still in the zone. We have teams jumping down still. We've already got fight going on. Team 3. Team Entity and Team 19 already jumping on top of each other. Team 19 Alpha 4 Legends. Mr. Flash with a grenade out. Not a bad grenade. And we've got fights already still. We've got quite a few that jumped in the ferry pier. We're going to jump down over in there while those two over there are battling it out. We've got Team 20, Rival 6. And it looks like they have two of their members that are already gone. We also got Team 16, Obsidian Vortex. Team 4, Serpent Core. And Team 10 is going to be Zero Mercy. We've got a lot of teams right here. And we've got fights going on all over the place. These teams came to play tonight. All right, Serpent Core has a member down. They are going to get that revive. All right, they're going to kind of stay still here. Zero Mercy starting out with a team of 3. Let's see how well they can hold their own, being against teams of 4 here. All right, Rival 6 already down to just a single member. Myth A is going to be the last one. Still stands. Looks like he's going to try to get out of the area, trying to stay alive, keep the team alive. All right, we have 21 teams, and we've got quite a few teams that have already lost some members. And Rush is down, gets ran over. LOL's gonna be the last one, gets a good knock there. Can LOL's hold their own? And is down and out. Serpent Core has been eliminated. Team 16, Obsidian Vortex, have been eliminated. We are just now down to 19 teams. Just that quick. All right, headed over into the military base. We have Team 13. That was crazy. Let's get y'all back there in that action. All right, we got Team 13 down in the military base. So Team 13, Freedom Esports. And a Team 7. Team 7 is going to be a SORYN-SRYN. All right, SORYN-SRYN with being a full squad. Freedom Esports looks like they're going to be down a member, so they're going to be moving here forward with being a team of 3. Grenades are flying. All right, Clown moving in here. Moving really dangerously close. Clown trying to get some hits and was not watching his 6 and is quickly taken out there. And I believe Freedom Esports are going to be down and out for match 1. Team 3, Team Entity is been eliminated as well. We've got teams that are dropping really quickly here. And our teams, our 16 teams that are remaining, are going to be rotating in here as that zone is going to be closing in. Team 21 almost there. Looks like they're going to get some eliminations. I believe that's going to be Team 19. Yes, Team 19, Alpha 4 Legends. All right. Almost there. Looks like they're going to get up to about 3 eliminations. All right, they're now on the board with 3 eliminations. Team 15 to Team SE4L. They have a 1 elimination on the board, still sitting as a full squad. Team 22, Underratedx. Getting some kills in. Team 9, Real Gunners Esports. They're down a member. Underrated and maybe just gotten in trouble. They are now one man still stands. Zeus quickly taken out there. And a Team 9 gonna get that revive in that process. They did lose just one of their members, so they're gonna be moving forward as a team of 3. They do have 4 eliminations. Definitely some quick fights here amongst these teams. Wolf getting in some shots. Team 18 gonna be 4 sexy frogs. Wolf with a beautiful grenade, as that grenade does make a little bit of contact there. Nice drop. Wolf needs to get into the zone or is gonna get in trouble. Down he goes. Wiz down as well. Believe almost there is now down and out. Almost there has been eliminated from match number 1. We've got 13 teams ahead, and our zone is still staying over there towards the east side of this map. Dropping in, let's go down to Novoretnoy, where we have Made in Nepal. And they have 3 members of their team, and they are just still kind of playing it slow, playing it nice and steady, waiting for those fights to come. Heading back out to the blue zone, where we have a team SE4L out there playing in the blue zone. They are a team of 3. TenIQ, 2 eliminations, and they are sitting as a full squad. Hopefully they can all get into the zone. Alright, our zone is about to shift as these teams are moving into Zone 4. And a Zone 4 is going to be Shelta Milta Farm. Very interesting. Looks like a 10IQ are going to be in a little bit of trouble. They got 2 of their members knocked, and one of them has just been eliminated. Might have gone out to zone. Let's go. Alright, they're going to be out there in that zone. Now, being Zone 4 here for these teams, definitely some good teams are still remaining. But with this zone being where it's at, it is going to be very challenging for some of these teams because there's not a lot of buildings. It's kind of that 50-50 with buildings and wide open. So these teams are going to have to play it safe, find the buildings, find the cover, and be able to take on fights as they come. Farm very well could be our last zone for these teams. We still have 2 teams that are outside the zone. They are taking their time. Alright, Team 8. Velocity. Still sitting as that team of 3. Team 11. Straight out of Nepal. Spence is locked on up there. Alright, our zone shifts once again. Moving up towards just north of farm. And we have quite a few teams that are still a full squad as they're moving into the last few zones. Alright, TenIQ, their last 2 members kind of laying low as a team SE4L. They're real gunners. They do have a member down, and they are covered up. And they're going to go for that revive. Alpha 4 at the bottom of the hill. Team of 17, Celebrity Killers. Let's go hop in with them. They're a team of 3, 2 eliminations. Alright, straight at Nepal. Definitely moving quick here on a Celebrity Killers. Celebrity Killers is going to be, looks like they may be down and out. They are. Straight at Nepal with going for 3 eliminations now. They do have one of the Wolf is down. But it looks like Wolf is going to be revived. Spence taking on Team 7 from afar. Alright, 10IQ. Again, and they are trying to lay low here. They are covered up. They've got 2 teams right above them. V9 sitting as a duo right now. Alright, Made in Nepal trying to drive around. Leon and KC are both down for Straight Outta Nepal. Alright, Azurius looks like he's going to be the last one still standing. Does have a shed to himself, but does have plenty of... Definitely can see up the hill there. And he almost got taken out trying to get into zone and is quickly died out to that zone. Alright, we have 6 teams that are remaining. Alright, Velocity, Team 8. Definitely have held their own quite a bit here. They're down and out. KC with those long shots. Nas is down and out very quickly there. 2 teams have been eliminated. MANIC with 7 eliminations. And we have 4 teams that are remaining. Looks like a Straight Outta Nepal are going to be our only team with the most members that are still alive right now. And Carlos moving in. Grabs the only vehicle that's still operable. And is going to be moving in. He may be down and out. Oh, and jumps out of the car. Alright, Straight Outta Nepal with 9 eliminations now. MANIC with 2 members that are still alive. Sinners holding strong with 6 eliminations, and they've got 1 member that is still alive and is gonna have to be pushing here. Might be just barely inside the zone. All 3 of these teams are just barely inside the zone. Zani coming in. Alright. Straight Outta Nepal now down to a duo. Alright, Adrenaline. That zone's moving in. It's going to be forcing him out into the open. MANIC is now been down and out. GG's, nicely done for match number 1 for these teams. Straight Outta Nepal coming in first, Sinners coming in second, MANIC coming in third. SORYN-SRYN coming in fourth, V9 coming in fifth. Velocity coming in 6th, Alpha 4 coming in 7th, TenIQ coming in 8th. Real Gunners coming in at 9th, 4 Sexy Frogs coming in 10th, Celebrity Killers coming in 11th. Team SE4L coming in 12th, Zero Mercy coming in 13th, almost there, 14th. Underrated coming in 15th. Rival 6 coming in 16th. Made in Nepal coming in 17th. Freedom Esports coming in 18th. Entity coming in 19th. SERPENT Core coming in at 20th. And Obsidian Vortex coming in 21st. Going all out goes to KC with SORYN with 6 eliminations. 4 Sexy Frogs. Problem with 2 rescues, and Leon with SORYN dealing that final kill, giving SORYN the final kill and giving them the chicken dinner for match number 1. We'll get you here in match number 2. Y'all hang tight with us. All right. That was weird. Let's get y'all into that action. All right, we're here in Myanmar. Myanmar being one of the larger land maps. We're going to see a lot of these teams kind of slow down, take it a little easy, and only take on fights when they can and when the fights do come to them. All right, our flight path coming out of the truck stop at LSR area all the way out to the trailer park with El Pozo in the flight path. San Martin and Hacienda. That is going to be a flight path. We've got them directly in this flight path, which is going to be insane because we might see quite a few teams kind of jump in that area. We also have got Los Leonos just south of that flight path. We might see a couple teams jump out in that area. Very well could see teams jump out, grab a vehicle, and head out to Campo Militar. And it looks like it's going to be kind of almost a 50-50 split here with these teams. A lot of our teams are starting to jump out really early. All right, straight out of Nepal. Let's go follow with them. It looks like they've got a team jumping with them. It is going to be Celebrity Killers. So they're going to have to beat them down, grab any sort of weapons and supplies that they're going to need. Serpent Core already with one elimination on the board. Entity is going to be moving forward as a team of 3. These two teams definitely are well matched. KAI has been dropped. Aqua coming in with a revive. Entity could do a very quick push here. And it looks like KAI has been eliminated. This is going to be a 3v3 amongst these two teams. All right, Flash kind of up top. All right, that's Sandstorm coming in. Let's head up to La Cabrera, where we have 3 teams. We have Underrated up here. We have Obsidian Vortex. And a member of Made in Nepal. Made in Nepal started out this match being a team of 3 and is already quickly down to a solo. All right, we're going to head over into Hacienda while these 3 teams kind of... All right, well, we might see some action here with the Wagwan. Alright, Sujal got some hits and is quickly backed down the stairs. Oh! Wagwan, nice drop, gets 2. Can he get the... Gets the kill, confirmed kill for 1, gets the other. Oh! Wagwan down and out. But before going out, definitely took out 2 members of Obsidian Vortex. Heading back over into Hacienda. Entity with 3 of their members. I've definitely seen some quick fights already for this match. All right, Mania trying to get a better angle. All right, Entity trying to determine if they need to get outside the building here. They are running around trying to find. All right, SORYN is down. Rival 6 being a duo. They have a member down already. They have lost 2. Myth may be in trouble. And a Rival 6 down and out. SORYN taking that elimination for the team and getting a total of 4 for the team. Entity has been eliminated. Made in Nepal, Team 5 have been eliminated. Rival 6 just has gotten eliminated. We have 3 teams that have already very quickly for this map to be eliminated. RU it was dropped. It's like all right, Underrated with 4 eliminations. They're out there in that blue zone. They're going to need to be making their way into the next zone. The zone is going to start hurting here very quickly. Freedom Esports starting this match being a team of 30. All right, Team 15 Sinners. All right, those 2 teams are just kind of trying to close the distance and grab any extra loot that is needed beforehand. Juice with a grenade. Beautiful, well-placed grenade. Jay does take some damage there. Another well-placed. All right, he's got 2 mollies up there. Sending a Jay for cover. All right, we got 17 teams that are remaining. All right, our teams are starting to bunch up here with our 17 teams. Jay goes down. Ooh, Karin trying to goes down, does get a few good hits. But the Freedom Esports coming in very quickly. And I believe that Center have just been eliminated. They are down and out. We'll keep an eye on V9 and Zero Mercy. All right, almost out there in the blue zone. Along with the real gunners. Wiz with almost goes out to the zone. For a view with that shotgun, trying to get some hits there. All right, Wiz are gonna get Knight up here. That's gonna keep them at least a team of 2. All right, Wolf is down. For a view gets a Knight taken out. And a Wiz with the clutch there does get the eliminations. Gotta quickly get Knight up, and then they need to get out of the zone. They're gonna be moving forward as a duo team. All right, V9 and Zero Mercy still kind of staying close, but not engaging with each other. So we'll still keep an eye on those two teams. Looks like we got Made in Nepal that could be showing up here. Let's go fall in. God Kid kind of covered up, does have 2 members of Zero Mercy. We got 13 teams remaining. Alpha 4 with one of their members down. Alpha 4 may be in trouble now. Alpha 4 Legends 101 is going to be the last one. Still stands. They do have 5 eliminations for the team. Now can 101 hold their own? Alright, looks like a MANIC is getting out of there and getting into zone. 101 with some shots, but MANIC keep on driving. Zani got dropped. Let's head over into with Freedom Esports. Juice is down. And it looks like Demon coming in with a clutch there, taking out MANIC. Alright, Freedom Esports now up to 7 total eliminations. And a V9 just got eliminated. And TenIQEsports still sitting as a full squad. They do have 1 elimination. With 9 teams, nice shots there by Munch. Joy Boy does return the shots, get some good hits. Juice is down. I believe Freedom Esports has been eliminated. Alright, the velocity very close here with the 10IQ. We're down to 8 teams that are remaining. And this zone is not very giving for these teams. There is definitely not a lot of cover at all that is remaining still for these teams. And for Sexy Frogs moving in. Alright, Zero Mercy with 4 eliminations. And they are with a duo team. So none of our 7 teams right now are currently none of them, but just one is all inside the zone. We've got team SE4L that is slowly making their way into the zone. Alright, Scarboy is down for 10IQ. And Oaksby is down, is going to get revived. So I believe Velocity is still... Velocity with 7 eliminations. They started match 2 being a team of 3. They have definitely came for this map, and they have come to play for this one. They're leaving no one behind. Alright, Lynx moving in. Hopefully Lynx can get the kills here. Nicely done. Beautiful timed grenade. Lynx was able to get the grenade kill there. Wiz with almost there is the last one. Lynx pushing really quickly in. Velocity may be going down and out here. And they are down and out. They definitely held their own to the last 3 teams. So now we're down to 2 teams remaining. It's going to be Team SE4L and 4 Sexy Frogs. So 4 Sexy Frogs, our full squad. This is a 4v2. SE4L are outnumbered. And Batman is down. Prince is going to be the last one. Still stands. And nicely done. Joy Boy gets the kill. 4 Sexy Frogs taking the chicken dinner. Team SE4L coming in second. Velocity coming in third. Almost there. Coming in fourth. Zero Mercy coming in 5th. Celebrity Killers coming in 6th. TenIQ coming in 7th. MANIC coming in 8th. Freedom Esports coming in 9th. Alpha 4 coming in 10th. SORYN coming in 11th. SERPENT Core coming in 13th or 12th. V9 coming in 13th. Real Gunners coming in 14th. Underrated coming in 15th. SORYN coming in 16th. Sinners coming in 17th. Obsidian Vortex coming in 18th. Rival 6 coming in 19th. Entity coming in 20th. And Made in Nepal coming in 21st. Going all out with 4 eliminations. Nicely done. Almost there with Wiz with 2 rescues. Joy Boy with 4 Sexy Frogs dealing that final kill, giving them the chicken dinner for match number 2. Alright, we'll get you into match number 3 here momentarily. Y'all hang tight. All right, back here in Erangel for match number 3. All right, our flight path coming out of Novorobnoye all the way up to Georgia Pool with Pachinki School and Razak all in the flight path. Very easy, very doable to get to. We've got Hospital in the Georgia Pool as well at the very end. We also got Primorsk that is very close to this flight path. So we might see some teams jump out towards Razak School, maybe even see some teams jump out towards Yasnaya Palayana. But definitely a good flight path for these teams to be able to jump down and loot up, grab what they want. We might see some teams jump into the military base. Looks like we do have teams jumping in to the military base. And our very first zone is going to be the west side of this map, which is going to be the Georgia Pool, Ruins, Corey, Primorsk. And we've got teams already falling into Milta. Definitely going to see some quick fights with these teams. Jumping down was drop in or on a Sans. Sans already looks like they may be getting KAI is down. It's going to be a tough revive though. Do they have member? They do have a team member close by that is going to be a revive. We've got Zero Mercy in the area. Team 4, Serpent Core. Ooh, Leon goes down. Alright, Strand Nepal definitely in trouble now. They are down to just a duo. And Zero Mercy. Full squad. And Wolf goes down. And straight out of Nepal is going to be our second team down for tonight. Velocity, Team 8, has already been eliminated as well. And 4 Sexy Frogs with 2 eliminations going on right up against Made in Nepal. Joy Boy goes down. Lux is in trouble. Lux is hurting. Lux goes down as well. Snow is down. Problem coming in with a nice clutch there. Does get the elimination and is going to be able to get the revives on the team. All right, Obsidian Vortex inside a Pachinki along with Real Gunners. Our rival 6 coming in. Hollow is down. And a Myth going for that revive. That is going to be trying to keep them at least up to a full squad. Felix is down. And a Kingo coming in with a nice clutch and a save. Rival 6 now going to be still sitting as a full squad here. Freedom Esports JS is down. Clown is down and out. Alright, Azuri trying to get a confirmed kill. And is trying to stay alive with his blue zone. MZH is down for 0 mercy. And Boops is trying to stay alive. Boops with some shots. And it gets dropped. Alright, J99K. Gonna be the last one, still stands for 0 mercy. JA with a confirmed kill. 0 mercy with 6 total eliminations. Can JA clutch this and get another 3 more eliminations for the team? Nicely done by Alpha 4 there. Alright, we've got 13 teams remaining. Wolf is down. Knight is going to be the last one, still stands for almost there. All right, 10IQ making their way into zone now. Rival 6 now up to 8 eliminations. And Coops is down for underrated. Real Gunners definitely moving in quick. Looks like Starry and Zeus are going to be the last two that are going to still be standing for underrated. Starry almost gets taken out there. Real Gunners. Alright, looks like Golden is and Tempa are going to be the last two that are going to be still standing for Real Gunners. And our zone is shifted, staying towards that east side there, or the west side of this map, with Hospital and Gatka. Alright, we got MANIC still full squad here. And Golden just might be in trouble, and he is down and out. Alright, MANIC now up to 7 eliminations for the team. Alright, Alpha 4 Legends with 4 eliminations. And they are sitting as a team of 3. Alright, they are definitely going at it right now. Our other teams that are inside zone are kind of waiting patiently for that next zone to shift. SRYN almost gets taken out there. Alright, SORYN with up to a total of 6 eliminations and is quickly taken out. Team 7 has been eliminated, so TenIQ with 4 total eliminations. And they are moving forward as a duo now. And a rival 6 that's just going to be a duo. Alright, our last 8 teams, they're going to be pushing into the zone. Kingo is down with rival 6. Not sure what happened there. Let's see if Hollow can come in and get the revive before it is too late. Our zone is shifting once again. Kingo down and out. Hollow I guess could not find. Alright, Hollow gonna be the last one. Still stands for rival 6. Hahude, last one, still stands for MANIC now. We have 7 teams that are remaining. Looks like Hollow went out to the blue zone. So now we got down to 6 teams that are going to be remaining. And they are all closing in really close into this circle. We are definitely going to see some very quick fights here for sure. Team SE4L holds the only building that's going to be inside the zone. Zuri's get some good shots. Adrenaline is down. Team 15 Sinners sitting as a duo, still with 8 total eliminations. All right, Munch has rotated around very nicely. We'll keep an eye on them. Team SE4L with 1 elimination. And Goku is going to be the last one, still stands for Team SE4L. All right, we've got 2 teams remaining. This is going to be a 3v1. Goku, the last one, still stands for Team SE4L. Oh, nicely done. Alpha 4 with the win. Team SE4L coming in second. TenIQ coming in third. MANIC coming in fourth. Center coming in fifth. Almost there, coming in sixth. Rival 6 coming in seventh. Freedom Esports coming in 8th. SORYN coming in 9th. Real Gunners coming in 10th. Underrated coming in 11th. Obsidian Vortex coming in 12th. Entity coming in 13th. Zero Mercy coming in 14th. V9 coming in 15th. 4 Sexy Frogs coming in 16th. Serpent Core coming in 17th. Made in Nepal coming in 19th. Celebrity Killers coming in 19th. San coming in 20th. And Velocity coming in 21st. Going all out goes to Ziri with 5 eliminations. Kingo with a Rival 6 Best Companion with 2 rescues. And Alpha 10 dealing that final kill, giving Alpha 4 Legends the chicken dinner for match number 3. Alright, we'll get you into match number 2 here momentarily. Hang tight with us. All right, our last match for tonight for the Sushi's World Wednesday night scrimmage. We're going to be here in the Sandhawk. Sandhawk now being one of these smaller land maps. Definitely going to see a very change of pace for these teams. They're going to be jumping right on top of each other. Very quick fights. And we are waiting to board that plane to see where our flight path is. And our flight path is going to come out of the kind of the very north part with Paradise Resort directly in this flight path. We're going to have boot camp not very far from it, and Panan a little ways out there, but it's still very doable for these teams to jump down and grab what they need. Panan, boot camp, and Paradise Resort are three of the most hot spots for this map for these teams to jump down and loot up. Looks like we've got a couple teams into the Tamaka Kahoa area. We'll keep an eye on there. We do have quite a few teams parachuting into Paradise Resort. We've got 3 teams: 4 Sexy Frogs, Made in Nepal, and Soryo. Got a fight going on already in boot camp. We have Rival 6 in boot camp, along with what's the other? In Team SE4L. And they started this last match being just a duo. So they could very well be our first team out really quickly here. And Team SE4L are down and out. V9 already out as well, very quickly. Team 7, Soryo, is out as well from Paradise Resort. Alright, 4 Sexy Frogs with 4 eliminations. Alright, Velocity's coming in to join the party. 4 Sexy Frogs, up to 6 eliminations already, and they lost absolutely no one from right there. Nicely done, but we got Velocity that's coming in. Velocity, a team of 3, going against a full team here. Linux laying down the fire. Did get it's like I believe 2 drops there. Lux the left. Wow. Velocity coming in really quickly there, and then quickly eliminate 4 Sexy Frogs. And with Rival 6 still inside the boot camp area, we've got MANIC that is moving into the boot camp area. We'll see how they play this out. We'll keep an eye on them. Camp Bravo, straight out of Nepal. Have 2 eliminations and no mercy. And a no mercy down and out. All right, SORYN with 4 eliminations. Team of 3, 10IQ coming into Camp Bravo. Almost there with 6 eliminations already. They are sitting as a duo. As a Freedom Esports trying to get a... And they started this match off being a duo. Can they hold their own against these full squads? Clown coming in with a clutch there. Is able to get JS back up on their feet. They're going to be moving forward as being a duo now still. All right, Rival 6 very quickly moving in right onto Freedom Esports. All right, Myth gets up on the roof, does get a good position here on top of Clown. And Clown, the last one that is still standing. Clown gets a drop. Does get that confirmed kill. And Clown is on a roll here. Has a total of 7 eliminations. Oh, almost got taken down. Trying to pick him off one by one. Gets a drop there. May not be able to heal up in time. Kingo coming in with a revive. That is going to keep Rival 6 as a duo. Clown comes back. He is trying to get fighting with health here. Can he do it? Kingo down and nicely done. Clown, it was on a roll. Alright, Clown now has 9 eliminations and is sitting as that solo for Freedom Esports. Alright, SORYN still out there in Camp Bravo with a 10IQ. Looks like 10IQ just eliminated SORYN. They're up to 3 eliminations. And our zone is going to be closing in. Velocity is going to be pushing out of Paradise Resort. Alright, Clown's at it again. This is another 1v1. Karan with that beautiful, well-placed grenade takes out Clown with a Freedom Esports. All right, Real Gunners inside the zone, along with Underrated. Scarface with some shots. Didn't get any hits there. All right, TenIQ making their way in. And the Vortex is down for MANIC. All right, we've got 8 teams that are remaining. Alpha 4 Legends with a team of 3 if they can get the revive here. All right, Zani is down and is out in there in the blue zone. All right, the Vortex slides into zone. Good hit. Does get the drop. Alpha 4 Legends now moving forward. Going to be a solo. I believe at 10IQ just got completely eliminated. Yes, Team 6, 10IQ completely eliminated now. Alright, we've got a handful of teams that are still sitting as a full squad. But majority of our teams have already lost a lot of their members. Sinners has 2 of their members down. Real Gunners coming in quick. And the Sinners are quickly being dropped. Alright, Sinners is down and out. Real Gunners up to 6 eliminations. We have just 5 teams that are remaining. Our teams are trying to make it in. We have a few teams that are still out there in that blue zone. All right, 4 teams, 3 teams remain. It's going to be Underrated, Real Gunners, and MANIC being a single player that is still alive. Underrated has a good position up here on these rocks. They're gonna allow them to see downhill. Underrated. One of their members jumped down. Alright, Zeus trying to get up here. Oh! Nicely saved with that parachute. 2 teams remaining. Alright, Underrated up there on the hill, up on the rocks. Maybe a little tricky here. Member of Underrated has been dropped. Alright, Zeus has it come down. Looks like it may be all up to Zeus, and Zeus has been eliminated. Real Gunners taking the chicken dinner for match number 4. Underrated coming in a second. MANIC coming in 3rd. Celebrity Killers coming in 4th. Velocity coming in 5th. Sinners coming in 6th. Alpha 4 coming in 7th. TenIQ coming in 8th. Freedom Esports coming in 9th. Obsidian Vortex coming in 10th. SORYN coming in 12th. Rival 6 coming in 12th. Almost there. Coming in 13th. Entity coming in 14th. Zero Mercy coming in 15th. 4 Sexy Frogs coming in 16th. Made in Nepal coming in 17th. SORYN coming in 18th. Team SC4L coming in 19th. And V9 coming in 20th. Clowned with Freedom Esports with 9 eliminations and was killing it being a solo for the last little bit. Alpha 10, best companion with 2 rescues. And Real Gunners, Tempa with that final kill, giving Real Gunners the chicken dinner for match number 4, excuse me. And that is gonna be it for tonight's. I will catch y'all on another stream on another time. Y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's night. Thank you so very much for tuning in to the stream, supporting the stream, and supporting these wonderful and amazing teams. Until next stream, guys, I will catch y'all later.